G'day guys, Ravenscare here and welcome to a new game that's just popped up on Steam. It's a pre-alpha version of Astroneer. So the game is it's about exploring, reshaping distant worlds. It's a little sort of indie space exploration, sort of Minecrafty sort of thing game. You can reshape the terrain. You've got to survive and explore the planet, gathering resources and building vehicles, little mobile bases, the little launch pod that you can see here. Snap together components to make custom-made modules, vehicles, and spacecrafts. You can take off and explore the little known universe that you're in, go to moons, other planets, and start other little colonies on those planets. The game is also 4-player co-op. You just sort of drop in, drop out of people's games or friends that you're playing with. As you can see, this is the launch or the launcher, the start menu. I've got a couple of plays already. So you get 4 little astronauts you get to choose from before you launch them into the unknown. We might go with got the little blue guy down the end here. So I'll hit the launch key and we'll see where we land on this planet behind us. Far away. So right mouse button is to move your camera around in the world, so you can see other planets in our little solar system. Okay, so this is our little pod. We've just landed on the planet. So the tab key, we come out. So I've got our movement keys, just basic movement keys as any other game. Press the tab key again, jump back in, and it saves the game for you. Your little light, you hit the Q key, which gives us our backpack. When we gather resources, we can actually plug things into these little slots here. We've got little side nodules as well. We can put upgrades on our backpack, which is these little. We can do a solar panel, which gives us extra energy, which is the yellow bar in the middle. We can make batteries. We need lithium, so it tells you what you need on the left hand side and what we produce on the right hand side. Tethers, we'll go through that a bit later. We can make a tank. We need titanium. Copper to make a generator. Beacon. We can make a wind vane, which gives us extra energy while we're moving. The blue bar across the top of the backpack is our oxygen. So we can see at the moment we're actually connected to our module by this little blue line, and the further I go out, I've been disconnected now. So I'm actually running with my own oxygen backpack. So you can see how the bar's going down there. So it gives you an alert at 50% and gives you an alert at 25%. So we'll just connect it again, so it's just topped this back up. So we'll go through the tether thing in a minute. So our E tool, this is our gathering tool, our gun. And what we can do here, we can shape the terrain. So these blue things here is actually oxygen. So we can actually click the left mouse button and it sucks it all up, just like this. So we've actually got one oxygen can. So that'll run on the back there, and that'll use up that first before it actually takes anything off our backpack. You can see the bubbles are popping, depleting. Okay, so what we need first, we need these little nodule things here. We can actually expand our platform or our base. So we'll have a look and see where we're sitting at the moment. It's fairly flat, so we need just left click on that and it'll draw out a little platform. So we need some resin, so we've got to find some resin. So let's go look around and find some resin. Look like little stalactites or little crystals out of the ground. Just make sure you keep an eye on the oxygen. So I've got some compounds, we might grab some of this. So we completed our battery. So it generates back over time. Looks like we've got some resin over that way. We'll have a look. You can actually take the compound, actually take these off. We've got one compound sitting at the bottom here, so I'm going to make some tethers. Now what tethers do, T key, and it gives us a little beacon. And then we're going to head out this way. So you can drag it out as far as you can go before it splits. Drop it down so it gives us a light. So what this is actually a life support. So you can see my oxygen now is connected to this because we're connected to the life pod. Just keep dropping these out. So this is some hydrogen, so this is fuel for our spacecraft. So we don't really need that as of yet. It's good we know that's actually close by. Let's go for a bit of a run out this way. So we've got some more compound out that way. That yellow beacon off in the distance, it's an energy beacon. So it's like a natural formation of rock that keeps generating power. So we can collect all this power, and what happens, that actually stays there, and you can come back and harvest it another time. So you've got the so you got power. I think I saw a blue one. If you see a blue one floating around, that's an oxygen vein. Well, I call them veins. I think veins is probably a good description for them. You have an oxygen vein and a power vein. There's also a compound vein that you'll see. So they're actually quite good if you've got them close by, because you can just keep harvesting them over and over and over. Just put them there for now. What happened there? Two of them. I think I've made a boo-boo. We didn't want two life pods. Oh, anyway. We shall keep going. We'll keep looking for some resin. We'll show what oh yes, here we go, out here. Here we go. Plenty of it. Battery's down. Actually, it's quite a neat little, it's a low polygon. It's a low polygon game. Whoop. This is that you can reshape the environment. If you hold down the Alt key, it'll actually push dirt back out and you actually raise it back up. So when you've dug these holes, you can actually fill them back in so you're not running into big holes all over the place. Gotta run back because we're almost out of oxygen. Start suffocating, so you can hear him loud breathing, loud breathing, loud breathing. Oops, somebody's just joined my game. So that's Grant. So Grant's joined my game. You can do emote command, so 1, 2, 3, 4. It's pretty cool. Here's one, scratching his head. I've got some resin. Obviously that's Grant's pod that's come in, so that's where they're coming, and now we've got somebody else. So we've got Podude as well. Cool. So the guys have joined me unexpectedly, of course. I just want to get a couple episodes under my belt before I actually started doing a bit of a co-op. But anyway, these guys have joined me, and they'll probably just run around and do their own thing. we're going to do, so we've got resin in our backpack. Just click on that and that just builds another little pod. You can keep extending off these as far as you want to go. Another one out this way as well. So we need some more resin. We'll just keep expanding, and then what we can do, once we do, we're going to get some more resin. So the next one there you can see, it's popped out, it's a double resin, so that will create a platform. So I'll go grab some more. We'll create a platform on that side. The hole's full. No power. We might make ourselves a little solar array, so it gives us that little bit extra power when the sun's out. I think we're going to get. Not quite. Almost suffocated. See here. Well, gives us a platform. So now we can choose from a printer, which prints out gives us things like storage, solar panels, and that sort of gear. We'll go through a bit later on. We can also do a research module. We can do a smeltery, which smelts down ores. We can do a vehicle bay, which we can build vehicles and shuttles, and that's it. What I like doing first is actually might do the printer first, I think. So we need some copper. So it tells you at the front here. So we need 2 bits of copper. The best place to find that is actually out, and you'll see it in the distance. You might see a little triangle of balls. So it's like when you've seen like in real life the when they launch a rover to Mars, when it's encased in like balloons. Well, that's what you're looking for. You're looking for that sort of balloons, a little triangle, and what's inside them usually a few either titanium or some copper or some aluminium. Sometimes it's usually pretty close. You hear a weird noise. We've got plenty of compound floating around. It's not a bad spawn. The second game I started playing had a really good spawn. I had heaps of stuff all around me. Okay, I can hear a storm coming in. So that cloud there is a sandstorm. And you don't want to be around that. You want to be inside. A good time to get in there and save your game, because these things can become really nasty. You know, rocks that fly around and bounce, and it can knock like all your little compound modules or stuff you've got lying on the ground. And the rocks that are flying through it will actually kill you. There comes the rock, see? Look at that. If you're stuck out exploring somewhere and you want to get out of it real quick, dig a hole straight down and just sit in there. As long as you've got enough air, you should be right. They don't last for very long. And we're back. Don't know what happened there. The game actually crashed, so it's the first time I've had that happen since I've started playing it. It is pre-alpha, so there is a few things that are a bit that do a bit play up. So it's the first time it's actually crashed on me since I've started playing it. So yeah, so we're going through the this is our platform, so we have multiple platforms coming off, which we probably will do. I've got some more resin here. Have some come off this way. I've actually got another one we can come off this way. Okay, so we might put some tethers out this way, I think. I think what I've learned from playing it, playing a couple of goes now, is that you get excited and start building all your platforms, and all of a sudden you've run out of expansion, so you can't expand any further. So you can't put in storage modules, you can't put in solar panels and that sort of stuff to create that extra energy and that extra room that you need. It's actually, I've sort of done that pre, so to let you guys give that sort of a tip that plan out your base to start with, so go collect as much resin as possible so you can actually have a pretty good layout for a base, because we'll find some plant life and there's actually crashed spaceships or space stations and stuff scattered across the world, and you can actually find research modules and stuff inside of those spacecrafts, but we'll go through that, and that can unlock a few extra modules for your little base here. Out of power. It's very nice. It's a nice little game. It's simple. It's as I said, it's in pre-alpha. Just had an update today. Fixed some bugs. Is it worth the money to spend for $20? Yeah, I'd say so. If you're looking for something different, I'd definitely grab this if you want to play with a couple of mates. I don't know if the actual drop-in, drop-out system is the right thing for this game. It'd be nice to be able to create a server and then do it that way, but maybe that'll be fixed in a future update. What we might do, we might actually chuck a little solar panel on. Let's see if we can make, we need some compound. I think that's all we need. Let's see if we can make some compound. Solar beacon, here we go. Okay, so it's going to recharge our battery in the middle. See now it's actually holding its charge. The little plus sign going up. A few compounds we got, so obviously we've got the resin, we've got compound, we've got anything like plants, creates an organic material which you can use for your generator and other bits and pieces. You've got hydrogen, which is your rocket fuel. We've got I think it's called lazurite, which is your aluminium ore, which you need to smelter to smelt that down to give you aluminium. I think it's the other thing. I think copper is the magnetite. I think it is. Again, you need a smelter, and then obviously you need to find lithium and other sort of rarer materials. The best place for those through those crash sites. So we might. So we've got a printer on that side. We might do. Bits we got left one. Here now I've created, it's just giving us more and more arms of this one module. So what we can do here later on, we can actually put a solar panel in here, and will give us power to all our platforms in that area, or we can upgrade it later on to a generator. We can put a storage system on there, which so we don't have to have things lying around on the ground like we have here. So yeah, so really sort of take the time and how you want to plan out your game, plan out your base, so it's more functional. You might want to make 2 vehicle bays, so you can have one for shuttles and one for your rover, so you can actually upgrade them. That's pretty much the start. That's how we sort of kick off. So hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like key, guys. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you next time. We'll go through and we'll explore this planet. We'll explore the stars above us. Have a good one.